Hello, it is me, Titans fan 111, and I'm here to give you my predictions for TNA Lockdown 2012. There's 8 matches scheduled for the card live from Nashville, Tennessee tomorrow night, April 15th, 2012. Oh, not 8 matches, 7 matches. Wow, only 7 matches, but alright, it's going to be live. The venue is Nashville Municipal Auditorium. I've actually been there. I actually live just outside of Nashville in a suburb outside of Nashville, so I've been to I've been to Nashville Municipal Auditorium, I think once or twice. But yeah, that's where they're hosting Lockdown this year. They're coming back to Nashville, where TNA all began, near the Tennessee Fairgrounds. But anyway, let's get to the matches. We're gonna start off with the current. It's gonna be a steel cage match for the TNA Television Championship. Devon will be defending his newly crowned TNA Television Championship to Robbie E. Who do I think is gonna win? Devon. I mean, he won last year in the pre-show bout against Anarchy in like 2 minutes. There hadn't been much hype for this match on Impact. Uh, it's not gonna be a classic. It's not gonna be something great. It's not gonna be something you're gonna remember. It's not gonna be a show stealer. But I mean, Devon just won it. I think Robbie E should still have the title. I mean, but Devon just won it. They're not gonna take it off of him that quickly and give it back to Robbie E because that's kind of pointless. So Devon's gonna retain the title, and then we've got a steel cage match. And then moving on to the next match, Matt Morgan, the Blueprint Matt Morgan, the DNA of TNA, Matt Morgan versus the undefeated Crimson in the steel cage. Will Crimson's undefeated streak come to an end? We'll find out. I mean, this might be Crimson's toughest task yet, facing the 7-foot beast Matt Morgan inside the steel cage. Um, who do I think is gonna win this match? I think TNA is gonna give it to Crimson. I think they're gonna let Crimson's undefeated streak continue. I think it's going to be a pretty solid match. It's not going to steal the show or anything because these are two hefty, big guys. But I think they'll let Crimson's undefeated streak still reign on. Either way, I would not be surprised if this rivalry went on because I'm sure it's going to be a pretty solid match. Next match, Gail Kim will be defending her Knockouts Championship against Velvet Sky in a steel cage. Gail Kim, she hadn't been a very exciting champion when she came over to TNA from WWE back to TNA. TNA just kind of gave her the Knockouts Championship as a gift, even though Velvet Sky has earned it in TNA and won it at Bound for Glory Live from Philadelphia. So I think they're finally going to come to their senses and give it back to Velvet Sky in this match. Probably about a 5-minute match, I would say. Maybe longer. Maybe longer. We'll see how much time TNA gives it to them, but I believe Velvet Sky is gonna get that Knockouts title back. Now we got a steel cage match, tag team match for the TNA World Tag Team Championship. Magnus and Samoa Joe will be defending against the Motorcity Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. Now, Magnus and Samoa Joe, I know when you think of them as a tag team, doesn't sound too exciting, but really they've had it. The Guns just came back. I think they'll give it to Magnus and Samoa Joe somehow. Maybe they'll kind of cheat. I don't know, really. I think it might be a dirty win by Magnus and Samoa Joe, but I think it's too early for the Guns to just have the titles since they've just made the return. But yeah, I think Magnus and Samoa Joe are going to retain these tag team championships here, and they're going to make this a pretty long rivalry going into Slammiversary. And who knows? Hopefully, we'll see the Guns win it, but I don't think a Lockdown is going to be their time. And here's where the matches start getting like really good. Jeff Hardy, Kurt Angle inside the steel cage match. Now, we've seen Jeff Hardy and Kurt Angle do some crazy stuff off the top of the steel cage and all. We've seen Kurt Angle do a moonsault 2 years in a row at Lockdown off the top of the cage. So I'm pretty sure he's going to do it once again this year. And if he doesn't, then we're going to definitely see some high flying stuff from Jeff Hardy off the top of the cage. Either one of them, if not both of them, are going to do something crazy off the top of the cage. I can bet you on that. Well, Kurt Angle's injured. I think he's dropped out of the Olympic tryouts and stuff. Kind of disappointing for him. He's probably going to sit back and take some time. And they're probably going to end the rivalry here because really not much is going. Running out of excuses and all that for Kurt Angle to hate Jeff Hardy and stuff. So I think Jeff Hardy is going to win this match. I'm sure Kurt's going to try to bring out some nifty stuff, but I think Jeff Hardy's going to win this match, and this was going to be probably the second best match of the night. And then we've got the Lethal Lockdown match. If Team Eric wins, Garett must leave TNA. If Team Garett wins, Eric must leave TNA and renounce his name. I honestly think this Lethal Lockdown match this year is a little weak, and I think it's not that intriguing. I mean, okay, so you've got Team Eric. Eric Bischoff, who's not even a wrestler, is going to be in there. With Gunner, nothing just shines about him. Bully Ray, okay, he's going to make the match interesting. Christopher Daniels, okay. Kazarian, okay, but they've already lost to, AJ Styles and Mr. Anderson, so really the only big threat I see in this match is Bully Ray for Team Eric. And then Team Garett. Garett Bischoff as the captain, of course. I mean, he's not the greatest. He's not the most intriguing. But, hey, at least it's not a faction. It's not like Fortune versus Immortal or anything like that. At least they're changing it up. But anyway, it's Garett Bischoff versus Eric Bischoff. Son versus father. Garett Bischoff's team. Garett Bischoff, of course, as the captain. The phenomenal one, AJ Styles. X Division champion, longest reigning X Division champion to date, Austin Aries, Mr. Anderson, and the returning RVD, Rob Van Dam. So I see it going to Team Garett because he's just kind of came in as a wrestler, and I really just don't see any use for Eric Bischoff anymore. He really has not had a major force in the company. And he even did hate on Jeremy Borash, the ring announcer, and he's gotten some heat for that. But so I really don't see any reason for him to hang around. And Garett Bischoff is going to be the only Bischoff in TNA. So I predict Garett Bischoff's team win. And then here's the big one, the steel cage match for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. We've got Bobby Roode, the World Heavyweight Champion, versus James Storm. How many times have we seen this? I mean, I'm not complaining. It's great. Former friends, former tag team partners colliding. We've seen it with Jeff and Matt Hardy, WrestleMania, but this is not WWE. Let's see. It's in James Storm's hometown, Nashville, in front of his people. Everything's been going James Storm's way. Bobby Roode has really run out of places to run. I mean, they're in the steel cage. What's he going to pull out here? I mean, really, that's 4 good reasons right there why James Storm is going to win the World Heavyweight Championship by the steel cage. I would expect the crowd to be electric, but we've seen from TNA crowds that they can tend to get a little bit borderline. They're not loud. They're not big on that. I hope the Nashville fans get rowdy for James Storm, but really, I don't know if I see that. I hope so, and I hope that when James Storm wins the World Heavyweight Championship, they're all loud, and I hope it's a good spectacle, and I hope Bobby Roode's in the corner of the steel cage crying, because, I mean, I really think that'd be a great way to end the pay-per-view with James Storm winning it in his own hometown and getting revenge on his former best friend Bobby Roode. So I see James Storm becoming the World Heavyweight Champion once again. And let's just go over this. Devon versus Robbie E. I picked Devon to retain the television championship. Matt Morgan versus Crimson. I picked Crimson to win and its undefeated streak to go on. Gail Kim versus Velvet Sky. I picked Velvet Sky to take back what is rightfully hers, TNA Knockouts Championship Gold. Magnus and Samoa Joe versus the Motorcity Machine Guns for the World Tag Team Championships. I think Magnus and Samoa Joe are going to retain the titles. Jeff Hardy versus Kurt Angle inside the steel cage, like all the other matches. I predict Jeff Hardy to win. Team Eric versus Team Garett, Lethal Lockdown match. Garett Bischoff's team will win. Team Garett. And Bobby Roode versus James Storm for the World Heavyweight Championship. James Storm gets the big win as World Heavyweight Champion in his hometown. Those are my Lockdown 2012 predictions. Thank you for viewing, and please subscribe. I hope you enjoyed, and tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you.